So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the last of the 4 C50 Coma time trial heats that we have here at Glan-Y-Gors for round 6 of the 2018 Bambino Kart Club season. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a dominant, conservative display by our O-Plate champion, Alfie Moore. Now, as you can see on the fantastic live imagery we're seeing on the Downforce UK Facebook page, the Karting Magazine Facebook page, and of course on the Alpha Live YouTube channel, we've got our 2 title protagonists in shot. We've got Seb Moore in the number 50, just behind our current championship leader by 5 points coming into this round, not taking into account the 3 heats we've already had already, the O-Plate of Alfie Howland. Now, these two have literally been nipping at each other's heels all day long. And I have to say that the times that have been shown by both drivers have been incredibly impressive. In qualifying 1, it was, it's time trial 1 actually, as Finley Line sets the initial benchmark with just over 8 minutes to go, 1 minute 12.87. But Alfie Howland has been showing really good pace. Our average speeds for the Bambino C50 Comas have been round about sort of 37.5 miles an hour. Now into shot is the young lady that's been giving the boys a bit of a run for their money. Ada Sexton in the number 16. She's been doing an incredible job. And she is one of the latest females that are fast and very, very determined. As Alfie Howland is a 105.73. Ada Sexton has been running with the 2 at the top since the word go. She's currently just over 4.5 tenths off the pace being set by Alfie Howland, as we're now getting into a longer heat this particular time around. Time trials only in C50, so you can see that Ada's really using her body weight to carry the momentum through the corner. You can see how she's looking forward at the next corner rather than just sort of concentrating on the track ahead. Now we've got the number 23 of Riley Blackburn, also featuring very heavily in this championship as well. So we've got 6 minutes, 53 seconds on the clock. Top 5 at the moment. It's Alfie Howland leading the way yet again, ahead of Seb Moore from Rochdale. Ada Sexton in 3rd. Finley Lines has impressed me no end all day long. He's currently running in 4th in the number 95, just over 2 seconds off the pace. Riley Blackburn also is about 100th off of Finley. Jack McLaughlin, one of our plucky Irish competitors, as we see Finley just literally, he is like waiting to just go for it. You can see that we were going to see some battles emerge, that kind of thing. Others in shot as well. You've got the number 66, Jack McLaughlin, a little bit further up the hill. Lucas Brumpton, just ahead of the number 95 in shot as they go up the top of the hill. There's Riley Blackburn. Also doing great work this weekend here at GYG. Of course, I mentioned Jack McLaughlin. He is one of our Irish competitors that have come across from the Emerald Isle to compete with us here in the Bambino Kart Club. Don't forget, you've got Meet the Kids this weekend. We have Jack McLaughlin, Tig Buckley, Jack Buckley, Addy Bucock from Honda Cadets, and also Ollie Meek. Now, Ollie, who's currently running 14th in this session at the moment, he's been running in the top 12 pretty consistently. His best position so far today has actually... Oh, that was a bit cheeky there between Luca Narroway and Finley Lines there, literally bashing side pods. And you can see this could be what we could see maybe if these two decide to go to Miami Bambino next year. Who knows? 5 minutes approximately on the clock, and Alfie Howland has gone into the 105.2s yet again. He's 2.5 tenths as Finley Lines is just pushing the envelope right behind Luca Narroway, going up into the second half of the hill, hitting the crest. And we've seen, there's still no update on Oakley Keithley, but the good thing is I had a chat with Aidan Hassan just after the Miami Cadet final. That he won it for Oakley, and we're really, really proud that, we've got great competitors and also a great family spirit here in the Bambino Kart Club. So, Jack McLaughlin currently in 5th. Luca Narroway in 6th, now ahead of Finley Lines. Oh, and that's a bit of an off-track excursion there on the infield section. That is the number 11 of Lucas Brumpton, who's been currently running in, best session so far today from Lucas Brumpton. Well, he was 13th in Heat 3. 14th and 11th, so hopefully he might get into the top 10 in this final heat. A little bit longer than the ones that we normally have. We normally have 7 minutes or 8 minutes in the 3 preliminary time trials before the last one at the end of the day is 10 minutes long. Alfie Howland still is being closed in slightly by Seb Moore now. Just 0.16 of a second between the 0 and the 50 as the number 16 of Ada Sexton comes through into the last sort of complex here at GYG. A fantastic facility here. And she's really, really doing so well. She's just over 0.6 of a second off. Now, looking at her times in the respective sessions, she was 1.39 off of Alfie Howland in the first timed heat. In the second one, it was 1.4 seconds. And then it was 0.78 of a second in heat number 3. So Ada Sexton really showing how good she actually is. And can show that the boy... there we go. There's the cool dude of the C50 Comas, Oliver Meek himself. He wore an Angry Birds t-shirt, his shades on, and he put his baseball cap on backwards. How's that for a cool dude? Don't forget to check out all the Meet the Kid episodes, which will be on the Downforce UK Facebook page. We are also on Twitter at Downforce UK. Go to our website, downforceracing.uk as well. Don't forget to follow our good friends at Alpha Live as Ronnie Ray Carter comes into shot, the number 33, sporting very, very bare front Nassau and side pods, as is the number 34 of Harry Aspinall, just going with good old-fashioned black and basic. I think, as Henry Ford would say, you can have it as in any colour as long as it's black. And I think looks to be there's Jack McLaughlin going a bit sideways and trying to get past the number 34. As they've just looks like they've got past Riley Blackburn in the 23. 1 minute 50 on the clock. It is still Alfie Howland from Seb Moore, Ada Sexton, Jack McLaughlin. Finley Lines now completes the top 5 with Luca Narroway, Riley Blackburn, Lucas Brumpton, Ralphie Reeves showing another good turn of pace. He's pretty much been there or thereabouts, near to the top 10. He was 12th in the first heat, 13th in the second. He was 11th behind Ethan Barth in the last heat earlier on. So Ralphie Reeves in 9th, and he's ahead of Jack Poole in the number 51. Ethan Barth is now in 11th, ahead of Jesse Phillips in 12th. Ollie Meek in 13th. Rudra Kohok in 14th, ahead of Ronnie Carter. Lucas Stonia a little bit further down the order, as we now have 60 seconds on the clock left to go here in this final C50 Coma time trial of the day here at GYG. As Ada Sexton gets past the number 18 of Jensen Chalk. Going up the hill, she's shown incredible pace this weekend, and Alfie Howland's actually extended the gap to 0.19 of a second between himself and his closest rival, Rochdale's very own Seb Moore in the number 50. Ada Sexton still there or thereabouts. 0.67 of a second behind Alfie Howland is the number 16. Jack McLaughlin in 4th. Finley Lines in 5th. 20 seconds on the clock. Are we going to see any improvements as the session now comes to its inevitable conclusion? As Ada is just using that momentum shifting technique in the seat, sort of moving from side to side, really using it to carry the speed through the corners, and it's proved to be her advantage all day long here in North Wales. So 5 on the clock to go. Ada crosses the start-finish line. Checkered flag waves. That concludes the session. Ada Sexton confirmed in 3rd. Riley Stewart in 14th, Jensen Chalk 18th, as more competitors, which looks to be Finley Lyons looks to be there as well. I think he's just punched the air, knows that he's done a top 5 finish. So Ada Sexton finishes ahead of Jack McLaughlin. There's another fist pump as Jack Poole gets into the top 10. So just waiting for the final few competitors to come across the start-finish line. And it looks like Alfie Howland has done a clean sweep here at GYG for round 6. Ahead of Seb Moore, Ada Sexton, Jack McLaughlin, Finley Lyons, Luca Narraway, Riley Blackburn, Lucas Brumpton, Ralphie Reeves, Jack Poole, Ethan Barth, Jesse Phillips, Oliver Meek, Riley Stewart, Rudra Cohawk, Ronnie Carter, Lucas Stonia, Jensen Chalk, Harry Aspinall, and Swady Douglas rounding out the 20 strong. So we will see the C50 Combers back with us at Nuts Corner at the end of the month.